Hello, welcome. Let's take a look at solution to week 2 problem of the week. And the problem says there are 36 contestants in a Pi Day math competition or math event. Some of the contestants shook hands with each other. No two of them shook hands with each more than once. It was found that no two contestants with the same number of handshakes had shaken hands with each other. And they are asking us to find the maximum number of handshakes at the event. So I hope most of you try to approach this problem. And if you didn't have time to try it, please pause the video and try it first. So let's get started with the solution. So the first step to solve this problem is to consider the number of participants who shook the number of participants who shook hands with exactly I other participants. So I other participants. As f of I. So we are considering this function f of I, which is the number of participants who shook hands with exactly I other participants. For example, for example, this f of I, if I is for the first participants, let's say participant number 1, we shake hands with participant number 2, number 3, all the way up to participant number 35. So because there are 36 participants or contestants, so contestant 1 will shake hands with all the contestants except him, obviously. So from this given condition, we can deduce that, or it is easy to deduce that we can deduce that this number or this function is at most 36 minus I. I think this is kind of obvious because if I is 1, so here we have the first contestant. We have f of 1 is about 35. As I said here, he will shake hands with all the participants apart from him. So we can see that this is true. So from this, we have seen that f of I is just at most 36 minus I. So for I equals to 1, 2, all the way up to 35. Now the number of the total number of handshakes made are, so these are 1/2. This total number of handshakes made is 1/2 times the summation as I going from 1 to 35 of I times f of I. So as I said, contestant 1 will shake hands with 35 contestants. So contestant 2, let's say contestant 2, this is contestant 1, we shake hands with 34, because if you assume here contestant 1, if contestant 1 shake hands with contestant 2, then it is not we are not counting the symmetry. Like We're not counting the fact that contestant 2 will also make a handshake with contestant 1. So if you assume that contestant 1 shakes contestant 2, then contestant 2 will shake contestant 4, 5, all the way up to contestant 30, 34. I mean, yeah, 34, because you won't shake contestant 1 and 3, because contestant 3 will shake contestant 3, will shake hand with contestant 2. So, or you can do the reverse. You can say contestant 2 will shake contestant 3 all the way up to contestant 34, apart from contestant 1 and 35. And then you can, it doesn't matter the order in which you do it. The thing that matters is to take into consideration this condition here. It was found that no two contestants with the same number of handshakes made had shaken hands with each other. So due to this condition, this will allow us to deduce that contestant 1, he makes 35 handshakes, and then contestant 2, 34. And then you can see that contestant 35 will make one handshake. So from this, we are now ready to just compute this sum. So this sum is at most 1/2 times I, summation of I going from 1 to 35 of I times f of I is 36 minus I, which is less than 1/2 times the summation of I going from 1 to 35 of 36I minus I squared. And you can just compute this sum easily because you already know this sum how it is. So let's try to compute this sum. So we have let me first drop this first. So we have 1/2 times 36 summation of I go from 1 to 35 times I minus 1/2 summation I go from 1 to 35 of I squared. So we know summation I going from 1 to n is n plus 1 divided by 2. And summation I going from 1 to n of I squared is n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by 6. So I'm not going to do all the algebra and all the stuff. You can just replace these values. And in this case, n is just 35. You can just replace these values and you get the value of this sum. You get the value of this sum to be at most around 3885 or 3885. So this is the maximum number of handshakes at the event. And this brings us to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe to this channel, post your comments in the comment section, and also like the video. See you soon with more content about Math Olympiad, and keep visiting the Rwanda Math Olympiad channel for more content on the math process. Thank you very much.